You're rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots, and a sexy body full of tats.
Fabio Quartararo admitted he was surprised by Jack Miller's impressive performance in the first free practice session, FP1, of the 2025 German MotoGP at Sachsenring. The Pramac Yamaha rider managed to clock the second fastest time, just narrowly behind Marc Marquez, who once again demonstrated his dominance on the track. "I really didn't expect Jack to be that fast," Quartararo told the media. The speed of the Pramac Yamaha bike seems to have improved drastically, and Jack is riding it exceptionally well. Miller has been performing brilliantly from the start of the session, showing stability and aggressiveness reminiscent of his peak performance days. In tricky track conditions, Miller was able to make the most of the new Pramac bike setup, which reportedly received aerodynamic and engine power updates from the Yamaha V4 engine. Quartararo, who finished outside the top 3 in FP1, also touched on the internal pressure within the Yamaha factory team. When satellite riders can compete at the front, it naturally raises big questions for us in the main team, he added. And here's the full story. Fabio Quartararo couldn't hide his surprise after witnessing the incredible speed demonstrated by Jack Miller during the first free practice session, FP1, of the 2025 German MotoGP at the Sachsenring circuit. Against all expectations, Miller, now riding for the Pramac Yamaha satellite team, secured the second fastest time, trailing only Marc Marquez, who delivered a nearly flawless performance. "I was truly surprised," Quartararo said in a post-FP1 interview. "Jack was very aggressive and precise. I knew he was fast, but to be in P2 with a Yamaha bike at Sachsenring? That's incredible." Jack Miller truly seemed reborn. After seasons of ups and downs, his presence at Pramac Yamaha this season turned out to be more than just a typical comeback. In FP1, he immediately recorded competitive lap times from the start of the session. The Pramac Yamaha bike, equipped with a new V4 engine, appeared significantly more stable and powerful, and Miller maximized that package with his flamboyant and high-risk racing style. "I felt very comfortable today. We made a lot of changes during the previous test sessions, and the results are showing here," Miller said after FP1. "Yamaha has taken the right direction with the V4. I can attack the corners with more confidence." Meanwhile, Quartararo, who has continued to struggle with the consistency of the factory bike this season, appeared frustrated but remained sportsmanlike. He emphasized that Miller's performance serves as a motivation for the Yamaha factory team not to fall behind its own satellite team. "If Jack can go that fast on the Pramac bike, then we in the main team should also be able to do better," Quartararo added. Marc Marquez still leads the time standings in FP1, but the spotlight is on Miller, who made a big surprise and showed that he and the Yamaha satellite bike are not just fillers on the grid. Many observers believe this performance could be a turning point for Yamaha's resurgence, especially if Miller can maintain his pace until race day. With competition heating up and big names being challenged by surprises from veterans like Miller, the 2025 German GP promises an exciting battle this weekend. The atmosphere in the Yamaha paddock on Friday at the German Grand Prix felt different from usual. It wasn't just because of the increasingly intense competitive atmosphere, but also because of the presence of one of the big names who once graced the MotoGP circuit, Andrea Dovizioso. The Italian rider, who now serves as Yamaha's test rider, once again captured the public's attention after taking to the track to test Yamaha's latest V4 engine prototype at the Sachsenring circuit. This move is part of Yamaha's ambitious project to turn things around after several seasons of poor performance. For years, Yamaha has been the only manufacturer team to stick with the four-cylinder inline engine, while rivals like Ducati, KTM, and Honda have long since switched to V4 engines. Now, Yamaha has finally acknowledged that to compete for the World Championship title again, fundamental changes in technical philosophy must be made, starting with the engine. Andrea Dovizioso, who has extensive experience developing V4 engines during his time with Ducati, is seen as the ideal candidate for this challenging task. From early morning, he was spotted in the pit lane fully equipped, preparing to test the V4 engine package, which is reportedly still in its early development stages but shows promise. The engine feels completely new, with a power character very different from the previous M1, Dovizioso said in a brief interview after the closed-door test session. There are many things that need to be refined, especially in terms of electronics and stability during braking, but the basic potential is already evident. Yamaha is heading in the right direction. According to internal team sources, the Yamaha V4 engine is designed with a focus on aggressive acceleration, efficiency in fast corners, and increased top speed, three areas that have long been the M1's weak points amid the dominance of Ducati and KTM. The engine is mounted on an experimental chassis with new geometry and tested in several electronic setup configurations to evaluate power output characteristics on twisty tracks like Sachsenring. Interestingly, this testing session was also observed directly by Yamaha's main riders, Fabio Quartararo and Alex Rins, from behind the scenes in the team garage. Although neither of them directly tested the new bike, their involvement indicates that Yamaha aims to build synergy between technical development and input from active riders. Moreover, Quartararo is known to have long urged Yamaha to step out of its comfort zone and take such a bold step. This shift in engine philosophy is not merely an experiment. Yamaha is reported to have designed a long-term roadmap for the V4 engine, which will be intensively tested throughout the second half of the 2025 season, with the aim of an official launch at the 2026 MotoGP. If the initial test results are positive, it is not unlikely that the V4 engine could appear in a wildcard test or post-season official test, such as at Misano or Valencia. The return of Dovizioso as part of this major project is also a story in itself. After briefly retiring from full-time racing, he is now back at the heart of technological development, this time not as a rider chasing titles, but as the architect of Yamaha's revival. With the team currently at the bottom of the constructor standings and Quartararo outside the top 10 in the rider standings, Yamaha needs more than just promises. They need real change, and today, at Sachsenring, that change may have just begun.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me, cause she got a bad little waist. And we tearing down this place, off the liquor that we chase. Casamigos to the face, baby I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on that tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine. Got a fine little body and her